of KLWG channel. Welcome subscribers, new subscribers and people who just popped in to watch. So today we're going to be making some jewellery with the So Charming kit from Softflex. Yes, I know it's an old kit, but I haven't made anything with this kit, so we're going to make a bit of jewellery with it. So first of all, before we make with this kit, let's open a You Got This card. So we've got a bit of inspiration for this video. So let's get a single card out. Oh, that's two. Only one. That's all we want. Just one card. So let's get a card out and let's have a read of this card. So it says, today is a new day, and definitely, yes, today is a new day. So let's find some inspiration from today. Let's find something that can inspire us and get today started. So let's put this away and get making. So this kit had a load of charms in it. So what I'm going to use is a gold chain. So I've got a gold chain out and I've already put a couple of charms on it. And I'm going to use the Softflex ring. So what a Softflex ring is a ring made using a Softflex beading wire and crimp tubes. So what I've got here is I've got a soldered jump ring. So I've got a large soldered jump ring as a design element. I've got like 2 inches chain, which I'm going to use as an extender chain, and I've got a long length of beading of chain here, which I'm going to use to put my links on. So let's lie that back out flat. So this long length of chain is about 7 1/8 inches long. So let's get this totally flat, because we want it flat so that all our links end up on the same side. So let's make sure it's absolutely flat, because if it's not flat, not all our charms will not end up on the same side. So we're going to do it every 3 links. So each of our wires that I've got here of Softflex is going to be 6.5 inches long. Alright, they probably don't need to be quite that long, but that's what I'm going to cut them, just to make sure that I've got enough room to manoeuvre through them. Alright, so I've got some gold 2x2mm crimp tubes. Alright, I've got a 70mm head pin. I've got one of the beads from Jessie Jane's bead mix, and I've got some charms. So what I'm using here is I'm using the sunflower charm, I'm using the house charm, I'm using the bird charm, I'm using the love heart charm locket, I'm using the star charm, I'm using the sewing machine, and I'm using the bunny rabbit. So that's what I'm using. So let's take these charms back off. I'm also using a gold lobster clasp from the kit. I think it's from the kit. Let me double check. No, it's not from the kit. That's from my own stash. And I'm using 3 different jump rings. 2 in a 6mm and 1 in a 4mm. So, and they're in a diameter. Right? So let's start with our house charm. So let's get a crimp tube. Right? What we're going to do is we're going to put our crimp tube on. We're going to count, we've counted 3 up and put our first charm on. We're going to count a further 3 up and go through. We're going to go through our loop and go down to the bottom of the ring of the, let me pull this down a bit so you can actually see a bit better. Let's come this way and this way. So I've counted 3 loops up from where I put the last ring. So 1, 2, 3 links. Then I'm going to feed on my house charm. Then I'm going to go through the Softflex, through the Softflex crimp tube, going towards the beading wire. It would help if I could get this in focus as I was doing it. So you actually make a ring in the Softflex. This is where it helps to have a bit more Softflex, so you can actually get a ring in it before you tighten it up. So as you can see, there's now a loop in the Softflex. Now what you need to do is you need to pull them down so the loops are the same. So straighten the wires out, straighten the chain out, and then adjust so it is the same. So you've just got to move the wires back and forth so the loops look exactly the same. It's a little fiddly. So you've got to try and gauge the width of the ring to make sure they look pretty much the same. Then you want to get your either your magical crimpers or your standard crimpers. Go in with your standard crimpers or magical crimpers. With your standard crimpers, go in the back notch, crimp down, turn 90 degrees and crimp. So there you go, you've got a ring. Give it a tug, make sure that it's tight, which that's not. There we go. That should now be tight. There we go, that's now tight. And then cut off the excess wire on both sides, making sure not to cut your ring. And then relie your chain back out, making sure that it's straight so that you've got everything going the same direction. You can use pretty much any chain for this, right? Because almost any chain will work. Just sometimes flipping it up and laying it out will work as well. It does sometimes get a little twisted as you're doing it. So you can be fiddling with it and it'll just twist. So as you can see, I'm twisting this and it's just twisting round itself. There we go. So now lay it back out on itself. Oh, slightly off camera. Do apologise about that. Now I'm going to lay these back out. So again, I'm just going to flip that over while keeping this straight. This does not, just give me a second. Time to add the next one. Now I've got it straight. It just was not straightening for me. So add the crimp tube and count down 1, 2, 3. Go through the link. Leave the crimp tube at the top. Leave the crimp tube at the top of the link. Grab your bird, slip it on to your wire, and then bring it back through your crimp tube, going towards the crimp tube. Making sure your bird's facing the same way as the rest of your charms. Alright, get your loop the same size as your other loops. So now it's the same size. Alright. Bring your crimp and pliers in, back notch, crimp down. Turn 90 degrees and crimp again. Give it a good tug. Oh, that's not quite crimped. Make sure it's fully crimped. And then turn and crimp. And then double check it and make sure it's crimped. And then cut off your excess wire. Making sure you hold your wire so it doesn't go flying like my first one did. Okay. And then lay it back out. And then again, you're just going to keep repeating that all the way up the line. So I'm going to do my last 3 on here, and then I'll come back and we'll put the clasp on together. Now we've got all the charms on, we're going to put the clasp on, and we're going to wire wrap a dangle for the end of the extender chain. So we're going to put this bead on a 70mm head pin. Alright, so let's move this foot up so that it doesn't interfere with the head pin. So we're going to put our chain nose pliers, alright, towards the tip above our bead. Alright, we're going to bend it over so it's like that. Alright. Then we're going to put our pliers like this, and we're going to go up and over. We're going to go for love nor money, I can't wrap today. And then rotate our pliers and go underneath. Right? So our head pins like that. Right? Then we're going to get our bent nose pliers, right, and we're going to get the end of our chain, Right, we're going to slip our chain onto the end of the head pin. Right, and we're going to open the head pin up just a little bit. Right, so let me pull you down a bit so you can see everything I'm doing. Right, and we're going to open up the head pin just a bit so we can slip the chain on. Wrapped around the chain. Right, and I'm going to pull it into the loop. There's such a chunky chain, it's just slipped straight over the loop. Might have to open it just a little bit more because it's a really chunky chain. That's not even enough. There we go, got it in. Now I'm going to close up the loop. Right, and we're going to get our chain nose pliers and we're going to wrap down towards the bead. Alright, gently as we go, so our loops end up next to each other. So each of our wraps end up next to one another. Right, once it's down there, right, just give me a second. It's alright, I've got a heated blanket wrapped around me because it's freezing in the UK. Right, and it's burning my back. Absolutely roasting my back to smithereens. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better. It was getting really warm then. Alright, so now we're going to hold the wire. You're going to place your pliers where you want to cut. Hold the wire you want to cut off. Alright, and trim it off. Alright, making sure that piece of wire doesn't go flying, because if it goes flying it could get in someone's eye. Namely your own. Then you're going to get your pliers and you're going to push in that little bit, as you'll see here. Don't know if you can see, a little burr is sticking up. You're going to push that in. You're going to push that burr right in, otherwise it could snag on your clothes, it could pull your sweater really well, it could snag your skin. Alright, check it with your finger to make sure that it's not snagged up. Then next, we're going to lie this back out again. Oh, alright. Get this so it's actually lying right. Then we're going to add on our bits to this end. Right, so all we need really, I didn't need all the jump rings, I just need this 6mm jump ring. Right, so we're going to get bent chain nose pliers and chain nose pliers. Right, so we're going to get the opening of our jump ring. So let me zoom you out a minute. So you want the opening of your jump ring, so it's at 12 o'clock. Alright, you want to open your jump ring like this, not like this. Because if you open it like this, it'll never get back into shape. So always open your jump rings like this. Alright, so let's zoom back in. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Right, so you want it at 12 o'clock the opening. and just twist it open. Hook it on, and then hook your clasp on. You hear that little click? That's what you want. You want a little click when your jump rings close. Right, so there we go. That is the bracelet made. Nice little charm bracelet for the Show Charming kits. So absolutely really cute charm bracelet. Right, really cute charm bracelet that is. Absolutely love it. This is going to be so fun to wear, and it's going to jingle so much. That is absolutely adorable. So next, I think we'll make a wristlet. I think that'll be really fun to make. So let's get set up for that. So for the wristlet, we're going to use dark blue lapis Softflex. Right, it's going to be about 10¼ inches long. Right, it's all mainly using the bead mix, the Bedoria Crystal bead mix and the Jessie James bead mix out of the So Charming kit. There's some absolutely gorgeous colours that were in this mix, in these two mixes. Right, I loved all the colours that were in these mixes. And I think actually predominantly it was the Bedoria mix I used for this, but you can use a mixture of colours out of the kit, and it worked wonderfully. But the Bedoria kit just worked so perfectly for this, to make such a cute wristlet. It'll go wonderfully with a blue phone case, this will. This is what I'm planning on using mainly. What I've got picked out for this. As you can see, these are coming together beautifully. Look how gorgeous these colours are. They are absolutely stunning. Just so cute, these colours. If I had a blue phone case, I think this would look absolutely gorgeous on my phone case. I think I might have to make this for a friend. Or, if not for a friend, to go on my website for one of you to buy. Alright, because the charm bracelet is going on my website, KLWGJewellery.com, which is above if you would like to go and have a look at my website. And I do think I'll put this wristlet on my website, so if you want to go and have a look at the website to go and see this wristlet and others that I will be releasing, right, you are more than welcome to go and have a look at the website to go and see this and other items that I'm releasing. I also have kits on my website, and I will be releasing other kits and bead mixes on there soon. Please go and have a look. So as you can see, we've got a mixture of light blues, dark blues, whites and clears on this. So it's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a range of beautiful shapes in this. We've got rondelles, we've got bicones, we've got like we've got clovers on here. So absolutely beautiful beads. We've got some pearlescent beads in here. We've got AB beads in here. Just an absolutely gorgeous mix of beads. Softflex really do know how to release a magnificent bead mix. So did Beadoria. Please go and visit both their websites to go and see the magnificent beads that they have on sale. I will put both pages links above here and in the description below. I will also put my website below where you can visit. I will put links to kits that are now available at Softflex in the description below, so that you'll be able to find what you are looking for. So everything that I put in the description is available to buy at Softflex, and the links that I put in my description, you'll be able to click them and follow the links. So absolutely easily accessible for you to go and purchase. The delivery is very quick for Softflex. So definitely worth shopping with Softflex are. Also, Softflex have a live sale every Thursday at 10 a.m, which is Softflex's new time. If you want a reminder, send the message beads to this text number, and they will send a text reminder when the live sale is happening. So absolutely brilliant idea that Softflex are doing. Right, all the information about the live sale is down in my message below, down in my description below, not my message below, down in my description below. So definitely worth having a read of my description, so you can find out all the information about Softflex. So there's so much information in my description that you'll be grateful that you've read it. So, but I think that's all the information so far. Now we're nearly to the end of this wristlet. What I'm going to do is I am going to crimp the two wires together, and then we're going to attach the two wires to a wristlet connection for your iPhone. So we are going to use a dark blue connector, right? But before that, once we connect it together, we are going to put a single bead on top before we connect it to the wristlet strands. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bead on, then we're going to connect the wires together and connect it to the wristlet strand, is what I actually meant to say. So where's my cutters gone? There they are. So let's pull some more wire out. A bit more wire. Right, so let's cut this off the strand. So now I want to feed this through another bead. So two strands through one bead. So we've got another bead on top. Now I want to get my crimp tube. We've got two crimp tubes. Oh, that's three. Right. And what I want to do is I'm going to crimp 3 wires into 1 crimp tube. So I can crimp this. So I think I only need the 1 crimp tube. So we're going to put this on through the 1 crimp tube. Right, I'm just going to feed the 1 wire through the loop. Right, and I'm going to feed it back down through the crimp tube and through the bead, if I can, through the bead. I'm going to try and feed it back through the bead, which I think I've managed to do. Yes, I have. Oh, I didn't mean to. It'll be alright through that bead. So now I'm going to pull it down and pull everything tight. Oh, move that crimp tube before I lose it. So now I want to pull everything tight so nothing's too loose. Right, pull the crimp tube down. Pull that wire a bit tighter. Not too tight though. You want it tight, but you don't want it too tight. You want it to be able to have movements. So you want sort of smallish loop, but not too small. Right. Then get your crimping pliers, whether it be magical crimpers or standard crimpers. Place your crimp tube in the back notch. Crimp it down. Then turn your crimp tubes round 90 degrees. Turn your crimping pliers round 90 degrees and give it a crimp. Alright, test it, give it a good pull, double check it's crimped, and then cut off any excess wires, making sure you don't cut the loop. Right, and there we go, we got a wristlet for your phone. So thank you for watching today. Here are the 2 pieces of jewellery that we've made today. We've got we've got a wristlet for our phone, and we've got our charm bracelets. If you could please if you liked the video, if you could please comment, because I love talking to you all. If you could please share, because I'd love more people to talk to. And if you could please subscribe so you are notified when I release more videos or go live, I would be extremely grateful. And I'll see you again soon when I release more videos or go live. Bye for now.